What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Godzilla vs. Kong 2020. It's about that time in the week when we post Godzilla content on this channel. So, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture based videos. At the 100,000 subscribe mark, I will be doing something freaking special. And within the next 2 weeks or so, I will be streaming a lot more on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Warstu. So make sure to follow me there if you can. That would be much appreciated. So let's get into this video. So the most common question I get when it comes to Monsterverse is the following: who's actually going to win? Is it going to be Kong? Is it going to be Godzilla? Now, it's a very interesting question when you look into the specifics. So, whilst the ending of the film does look to be somewhat ambiguous, and it's essentially going to be ambiguous, we know this, it's Godzilla versus Kong, it's the two mecha juggernauts of our monsterverse. It has been confirmed that King Kong was indeed the winner in the original 1962 to 1963 English language film program, which is interesting because he's not even called King Kong in the Monsterverse, he's called Kong. But to me, it seems like for some reason there's this facade, there's this hunch that they don't want to seem to advertise Kong. It seems to be more focused on the premise of Godzilla. Now, overlooking the comment section on who is gonna win, who is gonna be the big bad. Well, obviously, they're both gonna be the big bad. But as we know, due to the kind of plot leaks and stuff, we know there's going to be another Titan in this movie. So it could essentially just be a BBS, Batman versus Superman, when they're both fighting each other, one's getting destroyed, the new Titan comes through, tries to destroy it, the other Titan defends him. And that essentially is how I see this movie going down. As we know, Warner Bros, it's just called Warner Bros, just look at the logo, and Legendary Pictures, they really want this franchise to grow. As we know, King of the Monsters didn't do great, it didn't do bad, but it should have done much better numbers. Now, what is interesting is the movie is currently coming out in November, but it is interesting that Black Widow has been pushed to the 28th of October in UK, which means there'll be more breathing room. Now, at the moment, they've not officially said anything. As we know, they have Tenet coming out in July, maybe, where Warner Bros have officially responded with... Obviously, it's a Christopher Nolan movie we're talking about. They've obviously responded, is this movie going to be delayed because most of the cinemas are closed? They've essentially said if 80% of the cinemas in the world are open, it will go forward. Otherwise, what's going to happen is Tenet is going to push to August date, which is Wonder Woman 1984's date. Then Wonder Woman 1984 will push to June 2020's release date in December, which is cool. So that basically confirms that this movie will not be delayed. Like, not concurrently confirms, but they didn't say it will replace Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla versus Kong slot, which is interesting. So we're now in May. We are literally 2 weeks away from June. So we're nearly officially in the summer. I guess some people were like, in the UK it's starting to get hotter, but with the world we live in, everyone's like locked in the houses. So it is interesting how we are under 6 months till this movie, and still there is no official trailer, which it's weird because we've had rumors, we've had leaks, we've had all this kind of stuff over the last couple of weeks, couple of months, saying that the trailer was going to come out before May, the end of May, which it could still be true, guys. But we're halfway into the month. As of the time of recording this video, it is the 19th of May. So we've got 11 days or so left of this month, and there's no trailer. But I can understand why there's no trailer. There's obviously no trailer because of the following reason: the cinemas are not open anywhere, literally. They're open in some places in America. So what's probably going to happen is San Diego Comic-Con is having this stay-at-home Comic-Con where essentially it's going to be like the variation of summer gaming that they've kind of stole off E3. So essentially Jeff Keighley is making a summer gaming event to advertise and promote all the up-and-coming like consoles and video games, that kind of stuff. So essentially what's going to happen is I could see this happening at San Diego Comic-Con, and officially it's already been rumored that there will be a trailer for WandaVision, and there will be a trailer for the TV show that no one cares about, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So most likely, whatever trailers are coming out. They're gonna leave it till July. There's no point really dropping it at this time at the moment, because as San Diego Comic-Con in July, we will know in the countries that have started to reopen where the movie is going to place. Is it going to be delayed, etc. So I'm predicting that there's going to be no Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong 2020 trailer until at least July now, until at least this stay-at-home San Diego Comic-Con. But at the same time, I did not believe it's going to be delayed, because they've already said if Tenet gets delayed, it'll be pushed to August. And then Wonder Woman 1984 will come out at Christmas, essentially, which probably would be a better release date for that. But I am looking forward to seeing Paul Atreides in June 2020, so I don't really want that one to be delayed. I'd rather Wonder Woman gets delayed than Tenet or June 2020, to be honest, because that's the least anticipated one of the year, based on the plot leaks basically being confirmed by the first trailer of something that I'm not going to ruin for you, but it confirms that all the plot leaks are real. So that is interesting. So that is an update on the trailer and when it's coming out. I've spoke to some insiders, and yeah, literally no one knows anything. Warner Bros isn't officially saying anything. Legendary Pictures hasn't officially said anything, although there was the April's Fool thing saying that there was going to be a trailer before the end of May, and we kind of fell for it. So yeah, that's interesting. So who is going to win Kong versus Godzilla? Let me know down below, guys. So I mentioned this in another video. They are releasing a child book, which does imply the Batman versus Superman persona is going to be in this movie in some capacity. I'm just going to read a short passage from what this book will actually entail. So it's aimed at kids, so it does make sense. So it's about making friends. Making new friends isn't always easy for kids. That's equally true for two giant monsters, where small misunderstandings can easily blossom into humongous conflicts. Godzilla versus Kong. Sometimes friends fight, but they always make up after. Provides tips on how to be a good friend by using these two behemoths to show up and show young people how to behave in familiar situations, but on a much larger scale. So this is interesting, because essentially it's saying Batman vs Superman. Now this book comes out, it's scheduled to come out October the 20th, $10, which I think is like £8. So the description kind of implies there's not going to be a winner, but the director already has said there will be a concurrent winner for the fight, but I do not think either Titan is going to be killed in this movie, because that would not make sense. It's just going to be a fight for who is the alpha male. Now, in the last video I posted, we did get to see a new video clip which does show something happening, and you can hear Godzilla's name being spoken or being shouted at. So it is interesting. I personally still think that could be scroll crawlers. As we know, if you do shoot Kong or Godzilla with a bullet, it's not really going to do anything. So it probably isn't Monarch that's doing it. So I am very intrigued what's going to go on with this movie. As we know, it does have a lot of big names in this movie, so it is going to be pretty interesting. But I think the title of this book essentially confirms to me that King Kong is going to win. Kong is going to win. Now, why I say that is because everyone thinks Godzilla's going to win because he's got the atomic breath, and Kong is just not going to stand a chance. But Kong's a savage. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's fast. He's witty. And according to all the recent information, Kong's going to be bigger, but Godzilla's still going to be much bigger. We are going to get the iconic tree scene, and we know they're going to have a massive fight in what looks to be Hong Kong. So it is interesting. This is more of a kind of theorizing video about King Kong winning. And are they ever going to call him King Kong in the Monsterverse? So like always, guys, let me know everything you think down below. I am still new to the Monsterverse, but I am really impressed with the reaction you guys are giving me. So there, like I said, trailers expected to be at San Diego Comic-Con. If the world wasn't in this problem, what would have already happened we probably would have got the first trailer at CinemaCon, after CinemaCon, because obviously CinemaCon's for theaters owners. Then we would have got trailer 2 in July of Godzilla vs Kong. So it does make sense that they're delaying it, because there's no point putting money into YouTube adverts. If you don't know, most movie studios put more money into YouTube adverts for their trailers than they do on TV, because there's more eyes on YouTube than there is anywhere else. But there's no point flooding YouTube with advert revenue, although it would help YouTubers, if there's no cinema open. It's just pointless at the moment. They need to build hype when they know their movies are 100% coming out. So I think Kong is going to be called King Kong after this, because he's going to decimate Godzilla. He's going to decimate Mecha Godzilla in a way if he shows up in the movie. I mean, guys, I've said before, I have actually been told what happens in this movie, but execution is everything. So if you do want me to go over the plot leak that I was told from someone that went to the LA test screening, just let me know and I will post that video probably at the end of this week if you want me to. If we get, say, 400 likes, maybe 1,000, just let me know down below. And if you get one comment asking me to post a video on it, it is quite in depth and we basically know what happened at test screening, but it wasn't complete work, so to speak. All the special effects weren't specifically done, but it was the majority of it. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.